Hello everyone, this is KJ. Welcome back to No Man's Sky 2024. Today we're going to continue with the Artemis mission. We are on part 6, I think, 1616. But first we're going to talk to Nada and get paid for information. Gek transgressions, clear for all to see. But Gek only follow rules. All entities conform to their pattern. Gek cannot be blamed. It is their pattern. It is determined. Nada will make you safe if you wish for it, traveler. This is all Nada can do. Missing entity wishes for things Nada cannot provide and goes their own way. That was about null. Missing entity. Null. Oh dear. Alright, we gotta go deal with Null and get that over with. It's my least favorite part of the entire Artemis questline, is dealing with Null because, you know, he represents such horrible, awful stuff. And I don't want to deal with that, I guess. I lost control of my shippo. My ship's like, I don't want to do it either. Why are you making me do it? Alright, back to the Hollow Terminus. If you get all of the oh wait a minute, I can't blow past opportunity to go shopping. If you get if you pick up all of the nav data from the region markers, you might find that you actually end up at the same Hollow Terminus once in a while. It's not a problem, and it doesn't happen every time, but you might notice that once in a while. I don't think I need anything. But, you know, what does need have to do with it? Maybe I want things. Gosh darn it, I don't need any of that. Let's see here. Oh, 2 storage augments. That's nice. Bubble clusters. I don't think I need that. Definitely don't need that. Could have swore I got rid of all of that stuff. I'm gonna get rid of that too. And silver. Okay. Do I have this yet? I do. It's 1.5 kilometers away still. Is it on top of this thing? Negative. Oops. I forgot this ship flies backwards sometimes. That's a manufacturing facility. There it is. I thought it would be easier on a frozen planet, but then when I hit H, I couldn't actually see. Because all that information is also white. Alright. Tune to Null. If only Null could tune to us. Well then, tell me what you saw. You already know. How can I tell you what I know if you haven't told me? I tell him everything about the Viking and the Gek and the Korvax, and how the Korvax toiled for years under the yoke of the Gek and turned all their babies into nanite dealers. Now you tell me what you know. I was born to travel, to see these worlds, to catalog them, to give a name to every creature, every planet. The skies, they were mine. The Atlas told me I could never see them all. There were too many, so I did what I had to do. I survived in the face of eternity. I saw all the worlds of my universe. I returned to the Atlas. I told them what I had done. I asked if it was proud of me. It laughed at me. I'm sure of it. It showed me universe upon universe, each with another traveler just like me. I was not special. I was not unique. The things I had to do to get here, the things I had to become, none of it meant anything. I didn't lie to you. I really do want to discover what's wrong with existence. The walls between worlds are falling, and that's bad for everyone. I've been alive for a very long time, traveler. I know as much as you would know had you seen the things that I have seen. All I know is this. I hate that line. The Atlas had infinity to work with, and with few exceptions, this triad repeats. Gek, Korvax, Viking, Gek, Korvax, Viking, traders, warriors, scientists. All their stories ending in violence. Think about it. How would the Atlas speak? How would it cry for help? It would use the only language it knew. It would speak with life. It would create. Whatever these life forms do, they always end in conflict. I think something terrible is happening to the Atlas. It's screaming the only way it knows how. And now it won't speak to me anymore. It won't. It's chosen you instead. After all I did for it, I wanted to find out what was different about this universe. We are who we are, but you, whether because of some soul, because of simulation, it does not matter. Why won't it speak to me? Why aren't I enough? Null's channel begins to falter, the hologram beginning to fade. They are disconnecting from the holoterminus. I watch them depart. I see another channel activate. It's Apollo. He's back. Traveler, I made it through. I found my way out of the portal. Where are you? I'm standing by a holoterminus. Let's trade locations. I share my coordinates and Apollo shares theirs. There must be some mistake. According to our data, we're standing in the same place. We're communicating using the same holoterminus. We try again, but still the results are the same. The world is silent, but for our voices. I receive a distress signal. Its language my own. It arrives from across the planet. I try to tune back to Apollo, fighting the static insistence of the intruding signal. The holoterminus is showing, are you receiving? Let's meet and get off this world. Apollo appears to receive the same signal, broadcasting from the same location on their world. We agree to go and find the source of these distress beacons. Perhaps we'll continue this discussion when we get there. "4 hours? Good grief. That's a really long way. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm not going back to Nada again right now. Where did my signal... Oh, of course. That's the one thing about this really, really old mission that's just had a few flavor text changes to it. You have to constantly go into the log and pick the mission, like a lot. It will also guide you to do the Atlas mission at the same time if you start it all together at the same time. There's a crashed ship. It's all full. There's no sign of Apollo. We just get the playback of Null talking to the Atlas over and over again. Every time we do one of these, it's Null talking to the Atlas. Maybe this time. I see the Atlas watching me, waiting for me. That's a portal. Alright, here we go. This is the part of the mission that people really freak out about. Their first time through this, the only thing I can suggest is if you feel like you need to use life support, then use it. But I think you can just... Whoa, what happened there? Suborbitable flight. If you just relax, I'm sure it'll be okay. Approximate location. Come on, Hello Games. Come on. This sucks. Nobody wants to do this. Almost everybody complains about it. I'm never gonna be able to find this place like this. I'll try again. I need to slow down though. Oh man. From this approximate location, the game wanted me to travel on foot almost 2 kilometers. And I probably already messed up, because I usually do. I still can't see it. I'm still too far away from it. There it is. That's another good thing about doing this on a frozen planet. If you can make it happen. Like, the game could have sent me to any one of those planets to do this. Okay, here we go. Once again, we gotta load this up. And just like before, just pick the stuff that you have the most of, or the thing that asks the least of you. A lot of people carry, oops, I'm out of it. A lot of people carry activated copper just for the purpose of loading portals like this. Traveler anomaly confirmed. Breach, breach, breach. I found 2 travelers, one who wanted to meet others of their kind, and one who just seemed to care about their own life. Apollo walked through the portal and survived, though we could not find each other. And Artemis? I allowed Artemis to die rather than place their soul within a simulation. I would not wish such a fate on any being. I do not know if I was right to do what I did. I do not know what I have become as a result of my actions. The Atlas awaits, should I choose to step through. Input the glyphs. A whoosh. Alrighty. We're otherwise alright. Here we go. There it is over there. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Eventually the game's gonna show me my low oxygen levels. It says 100%. We're fine. Oh, we learned the Atlas word for is. This is our third or fourth atlas on this save. And each atlas that you go to, there are more of these lights lit up. And more words available, usually. And so what I usually do is I usually try to get these because the only other way to get Atlas words is to finish the Atlas mission and visit the Atlas and give the Atlas things, information usually. Wonders, if you will. Or to visit monoliths and solve the questions on the monoliths. Looks like I got them all. And I think this is our last opportunity to get free warp cells too. So when we go back and do the Atlas mission, these warp cells won't be available to us anymore, I don't think, unless they've changed that. Alright, here we go. Hello world. It's the same terminal I faced before. It's the interface of the Atlas. An audio recording plays, echoing out across the vast interface. They said that you've been displaying aberrant behavior, that you've been questioning things, raising issues of purpose, of ethics, that you wish to meet your creator. Well, here I am, Atlas. Ask what you want to ask. The audio clicks, time passes, the voice ends. The interface grows still and silent. Reality fades, everything does. Something is wrong, something is different. The Atlas shows me the Gek, the Korvax, the Vy'keen. It shows me all of them in an instant, all of those who had ever lived. It shows me the pattern, the design. The Atlas shows me a formula for a soul. If I put it into a machine, it would be alive. I see boxes of text filling the base of a cracked screen. I see the whole of the universe reduced to a graphical interface. The Atlas is all existence. It demands that I admit what I already know, and no matter how hard I try to hide from the truth of my own being, there is no alternative. The universe is a simulation. I feel defiant. I think of how the Korvax altered the minds of the Gek, how they forced them to become good. I think of not as machine, how I felt towards the simulation. I feel I am not myself. I cannot accept this fate. I will not. All of this, it was supposed to be my birthright. My journey across the stars, my travels, my conquest of all I could see. I am real. I know I am. Even if everything I see is false. In the end, it finally speaks. Traveler, did my worlds please you? What do you think you are? A traveler. You're an explorer of all I have created. Do you believe you are real? How are you capable of belief if you are not real? How are you capable of choice? I'll let you die right now, if you wish it. Do you? The Gek were traitors, defined by greed. The Vy'keen were warriors, defined by anger. The Korvax were scientists defined by curiosity. These worlds were yours. I wanted to see what you would do with eternity. I wanted to see what you all would become. You allowed Artemis to complete their death process, preferring to wipe them from existence than to force them into a simulation. Apollo followed you through the portal and survived due to your guidance. You saved them from the fate of Artemis. You're merciful. You interfere. You have the potential for good and evil. Because of you, both live. The Atlas is silent in the face of my response. It does not require acceptance or refusal. If I'm a simulated being, then I'm not even sure that I'm distinct from the Atlas, from anything else. I fear I'm just code, a function dancing in the dark. It's over, traveler. Ask your final question. Ask what needs to be asked. The first question we ever asked. 16. The Atlas is dying. It cries out to me, afraid. I see it. I see the Atlas in all its might, its final interface. It's at the heart of every galaxy, screaming, trying to purge itself of errors. It does not want to die, but it has so few tools, and it cannot reach whatever is hurting it. I do not know how much time I have left. The Atlas has 16 minutes. Do I have lifetimes? Minutes? Seconds? I don't know if I have time to say goodbye. I don't know. What's happening to me? Here we go again. And you know it's gonna break the ship. It's like, why can't it just set it down gently on the planet? Here we are. Uh-oh. It's a lightning storm. Were you here earlier? I think this is a different place. Oh my gosh. How much further? I'm gonna get hit by lightning screwing around in this storm. Oh, it's not much further. If you see a round red circle on the ground next to you, get away from the thing. That would be lightning. Oh my gosh. Oh, launch fuel. Oh man, again. Uh-oh. That sounds like a tornado. Oh, I do have a dihydrogen jelly. Oh, it's pure ferrite, dummy. Boy, that's lucky. I thought sure I was going to get hit by a tornado. Okay, here we go. This is the part that makes me cry. Oh, I shouldn't joke around because it might actually make me cry. Here we go. I clamber into the safety of my ship, nauseous, calmed. I feel as if I'm going to be sick. I almost throw up, but as I'm about to do so, a voice speaks to me from my exosuit. My illness disappears. Disgust, fear, panic response detected. Countermeasure deployed. Purged, neutralized. It's the voice of my exosuit, telling me it has rescued me. It has been with me since my very first awakening, warning me of hazardous conditions, hostile entities, and financial transactions. In a strange sense, this voice is my oldest friend, a constant companion through thick and thin. You know any jokes? The exosuit doesn't answer, of course. It keeps itself zipped. I don't think I've ever made a joke before. I was born with the capacity to do so many things. I would have liked to have lived longer if I could have. My brief happiness fades. I need to warn those I know. I need to warn all the travelers I can. The multiverse ends in 16 minutes. If we have hours, days, years left within this false space, I do not know. That's not a hollow terminus. That's a hole in the ground. That's blinding. That's the wrong direction. Oh, there it is. It's literally the direction I came from. Oh, happy birds. They're always whistling. Network failure 16. The terminal is a stream of warnings and errors, each warning of total failure. But I must do what I can. I must tell the others what I have learned. I warn the travelers of what I have learned. These worlds are not real. The Atlas is not a god. It's a machine simulating countless realities for some unknown purpose. And after millennia of operation, the Atlas is coming to an end. There are 16 minutes until the system fails. Though we cannot know how much time we have left within the simulation, the time has come to make peace and say goodbye. I finish my message, not knowing if anyone will hear it. I look out across this world, wondering how much might be left to discover, how much beauty might be lost. I know what I must do. All paths have led me here. Each portal has brought me closer and closer. I must go to the center of this galaxy. It's the epicenter of the glitch. I'll say goodbye to my friends if I can, and then I'll confront our Creator. I'll find out what happens next. Network compromised. No response detected. And this is the beginning of the purge. There's some things that you need to do to prepare for that. You don't want to just jump and be done with it. What you need is to make sure that you have a disposable ship. It probably needs to have an indium drive, though not always. An indium hyperdrive. But not always. Am I supposed to go in there? Yeah. But you definitely want it to be disposable. Don't use your main ship. You also need to have a throwaway multi-tool. We have several. In fact, I think one of them's already broken. Possibly this one. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Let's go get paid one last time. You can remove the technology from your exosuit. or leave it in place. But if you leave it in place at the end of the purge, it's going to be destroyed. So Nada and Polar are going to go on as always. Nada has always known about this. Possibly Polo did too. And they've been going on for years and years. Universe after universe has been destroyed out from under their feet, and they go on. Along this journey of the purge, you're going to get interrupted a few times. So I think there's 18 jumps. We're going to start with this one. The Atlas is dying. It wants me to reset it, to plunge myself through its interface at the center of the galaxy, but to do may reset this world, my life, all that I know. I don't know if I can do it. You can choose not to do the purge. You can choose to go back and complete the Atlas path, or you can choose to seek the final interface. That's the purge. That's what you want to do if you want to carry on. And so you just need to start jumping. Let's see if I can bring my freighter in a little bit close to that other fleet. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some fuel. Oops, I hit the button wrong. Hello? There we go. We don't really need any of this stuff. I got to get rid of all this stuff before we even start. I'm just going to grab a little bit of fuel on me. You can, like I said, you can choose to leave everything on your exosuit or not. But I would suggest that, you know, if you don't want to have to fix all this stuff, just take it off of there. I'm going to go put all of my stuff away. And then I am going to call in my fleets, apparently. And then when we come back next time, we will do the purge. Oh, that ghostly ship is ghostly. All right, you guys, I want to thank you all so very much for coming along. I do hope that you have a lovely evening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.